Hi there, it's Uncle Ron, and right now we're going to go walk you through how you get the mods for Pro Strategy Football 2024 because some of them are out, how those mods are installed, and walk you through all the options, of how you set up a season and start to play Pro Strategy Football 2024. And so the first thing we're going to do is show you the website where you can get it. And I'll have this in the description. It is apollo1980.wixsite.com, and what you're going to want to click on is 2024 seasons. Now, the game comes with a default college and a default pro league for your 24.95 or 21.24 on Steam. But at this site, let's show you what you can get. You can get all the teams from the NFL and the AAFC from 1940s to 1949, 1950 through 59, 60 through 69, NFL and AFL. The 70s are all there. The WFL is not out yet as we record this. The 80s, the USFL not included yet. The 90s, and then coming soon 2000, 2010, and 2020. There's a college football mod that's being worked on. The all-time greats, a 32-team league, each NFL franchise with their best players of all time. The top 100 teams in NFL history from 2019 goes back as far as the 20s. That will be set up. The ESPN NFL Dream Season, the actual 20 teams and league setup used by ESPN to conduct their televised 1989 NFL Dream Season, which originally used the game NFL Challenge to sim the results, includes the actual schedule. The Super Bowl era, 32-team league with the best season from each franchise from 66 to 2017. All coming soon, not there right now. If you don't want the graphics, you can just select download with league files only, and it'll just give you the rosters and the schedules and all that. I don't have the picture pack is not ready yet. And at some point, all the mods will be there at once. So all you gotta do is grab them and go. And so that's where you find them. You can see them on the screen. Apollo1980.wixsite.com, and then follow the directions and click around for 2024 seasons. I'm not going to download anything here because I already have everything that can be downloaded. I don't need to do it again. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is actually install the graphics, and we're just going to show you it's not that difficult. I did the 1980s already, so let's do the 1970s or 1960s, shall we? So in your, this is Windows 11, you go to extract all up here. Can you see the mouse? How about that? And then what you do is you browse. And so, is that the one I had? Documents? Yes. So I already select the folder. It's already there from our last one. You can change that folder when you start the game, or because most of you or most of us are running on good size SSD drives anyway, it'll create a default folder. So I created a folder separate. You don't need to do that. You can only do that. You can only create it at the beginning right now. He doesn't know how to work around that in the music. So if you forget what folder you created, which I did already, you sometimes have to reinstall the mods. But all right, so we're going to do this. We select the folder. It's already there. In my case, users, it won't matter, but that's where I have it set up. It's going to do it in your documents folder. Again, so you got a pretty good size hard drive. These are 2 gigs a piece pretty much. Click on extract and we watch. And some of these will be the same as the others. So all the graphics are in here. Everything's in here. So as far as your uniforms and your fields and your championship stuff, it's all there. Once this is done, you're ready to rock and or roll. Shouldn't be a lot that was in common from the 80s. Then we'll get into the game itself. So once this is uncompressed, you're all set. 151, yep, we'll replace it. It's always just easier to do that. Some of the fields are there and some of them are not. Okay, so it's showing me those. We don't need to see that, and I'll see you in a moment. Okay, we are now in the game. Doesn't it look pretty? So let's go through some settings and all that. There are no updates. There's how-to tips and all that. So let's go through the game settings. Here's what we'll start with: coaching. You can have an auto-suggested offensive play, auto-suggested defensive play. You can include clock suggestions when suggesting plays. What's the reset? I'll do that. Okay. Automatically rest tired players. Automatically spread passes out more. Keep play action selection between plays. Keep motion selection between plays. We'll go through some play calling and all that. Show player ratings on play calling. Show player names on play calling. And the offensive layout, you can have formations or plays first. You can choose formation first is the default. I suggest that you have auto suggest offense and auto suggest defense. But that's just you. If you know what you want to do, you go right ahead. So those are the coaching options. Gameplay. Now, I've never done career. I think Dave Gardner was dabbling in that earlier. I've never done career. What's automatically checked, keep passes and stats unless manually deleted, which is recommended. Remind me to check images folder for each season. That's checked. Exhibition games. Okay, so those first two are just for career. Exhibition games. Automatically load rules from home league anytime it changes. Okay, you can choose to pause live sims each quarter and 2-minute warning. Show the game temperature in Fahrenheit rather than Celsius. So if you're Canadian, or European, you could have the temperatures displayed in Celsius. Fahrenheit is the default. Show weather information in the season schedule screen. Hopefully it doesn't do that for the whole year. This is new for this year, I believe. You can show, in the stats, you could show plays that were 20-plus yards and 40-plus yards. That's pretty cool. So those are your gameplay options. Not touching any of those. TV highlight. You can enable TV mode and highlights mode for season and career play, which means you hide the game results until revealed. From the studio, you can watch games to the front. You can show the ticker every 2 minutes, every 5 minutes, or every play, or none. You can choose not to have a ticker at all. I'm going to change it to every 5. You can change the color of your ticker. So I'm going to go giant blue and giant white. Earlier games include at the start of the ticker. So if you wanted, I believe it's new this year, you can stagger out some start times. We'll get to that. And then possession is marked. You can go the at sign, you can go the greater than, less than, star, well, however you want to mark it. We'll just leave that as a default. Realism. Use home and road win ratings except for championship game. Players tired and fatigue. Use as is. And you can change that. You can tire players much faster. Don't adjust, slower, and much slower. Injuries. You can increase by as much as 2% or reduce as much as 2%. Multiple game injuries. You can increase as much as 4%. These are choices. That's not a slider. Or you can reduce them as much as 4%. Penalties. Increase by 2% or reduce by 2%. Okay? Animation. Now that is the bread and butter of this game. You can turn it off if you so choose for a faster game, but you want to leave it on. Weather particles. If it's snowing or raining, you can see it snowing or raining. Show the weather banner. Good for live sims. We'll leave that there. Yeah, I wonder who that's designed for. Show animated ball circles on ball carrier. It just shows you who has it. Player size. We can change the size here. We can go smaller, larger, or huge. Animation speed. We can slow it down. Go very slow, slower. Normal is fast enough. That's easy enough to call play-by-play. Or faster. Animation messages. Top of the screen is the default, or you can go bottom of the screen. Animation names. Key players at the start, none, or ball carrier only. We'll leave it checked to key players at the start. Size of animation names. Normal or smaller? Sorry, we can't make that bigger. Animation frames. We can go from 2 to 8. Now 6 is buttery smooth. Let's go 8 for smoothest. Oh yeah, smooth. Sounds. Now, there are 2 different sounds. Now, the crowd sounds is low on the screen's volume. Notice as I turn it up that it shows you, or you can hear how loud it is. We'll go that. Referees, I love them. Encroachment. You'll be hearing that in the sleep. That's Mike from the truck, by the way. Mike Jabral, who is the master modder of this game. Music. I don't play music, so it's going to go all the way down to 0. But it's there, and Carrie has all the rights to the music distributed, licensed to me from Digital's use. Congratulations. Now, that's different. That's on the in-between play screen. For the animation volumes, they're all pretty much the same. Commentary, you can shut all that off. Chris Slovic, by the way, is the public address announcer this year. Again, no music during the game. If you like music during the game, that's fine. We're going to leave that as is. So about 40% for them all. And the referee volume is down to 48%. That was blaring earlier. Display. You can go windowed full screen, which is how I have this set up. Windows 16.9, smaller Windows 16.9, Windows 21.9, smaller Windows 21.9. Play with those to your heart's content. What you see on the screen is pretty much what my XSplit wants to show. Change display. Okay. So now we put in the graphics, I believe, for the 1960s. So let's set up a season, shall we? Create new season. Choose any league to build your season on. After you start the season, it becomes its own league, separate from the base league. So you're never, ever, ever touching, once you create the season, the default stuff that's there. You can edit rules and more and play it over and over. You can edit the base leagues. I wouldn't recommend that. All right, let's go 63 NFL. Okay, confirm you want to load this league. Yes. Let's do it. Now, single season play is unlike career play, but it's a blast to play if you enjoy being involved in or watching every game of a season. And you can have as many single season campaigns running as you want. You can also modify the rules. Again, it's made a copy. You don't need to touch a thing, and you can play with it to your heart's content. So let's first load a custom schedule. And so what did I do? 63. That's pretty easy. Just click on the 1963 schedule and it's all right there. If that looks right to you, since I'm playing 63 and setting up 63, we select the schedule. Now, it can give you the option if I don't want to do that, but that's the correct way to do that. Playoff format, custom. So at the end of the year, we have manual playoffs because in 1963, if you were tied for the division at the end of it, you played a playoff game and then played the championship. So you would set that up by yourself. We close that. Now, we're going to check Cleveland. You don't have to do this, but Cleveland is our primary team. We don't want to go through and create a playoff bracket. We can customize to our heart's content here. Season rules. So if you want to change the description, let's say you change something else, you can change it right here. 63 NFL is what it is. We're going to leave it. You can edit the names of the playoff round. So if you want to, let's say, instead of have a Super Bowl or just a regular playoff game, you can name it whatever you want. You can do it the George Halas Bowl, Vince Lombardi Championship, the Ron Juckett Hula Bowl, or whatever it is that you want. You can change the names or add them. Let's go through the season rules. Every league has defined rules for which you can customize. This means that every league can have different rules. Exhibition games are standalone, so feel free to set them in any way you want. You can also edit rules for each career and season. In fact, in career play, you can change the rules every season. Be sure to check out the Quick Set button. This makes it very easy to quickly set all the rules based on the league and the era. So here are all So here are the quick set. You can play from 1940 to modern day. So let's say if you can choose any rule set that you want. So we can choose the pro rule set from 1952 if we want. So here are the rules. You can set what yard line you want to kick off from. It's set for 40, but you can go from the 25 to the 40. Do you allow fair catches? Yes or no. Touchback after a kickoff? It's set for the 20, but you can set it all the way to the 40 if you want. Other touchbacks? 20, 25, 30, and 20. Ball missed after a field goal. Always the 20 is the default spot of the kick. Line of scrimmage. Okay? Touchdown is always a first down? Yes or no. 1 point conversion. Where are we kicking the point after? You can set it at the 2, the 3, or the 15, like in modern football. And go for 2? Yes or no. You know that. Clock and time. You can set the quarter length for 15 minutes. 5, 10, or 12, depending on the rule set that you want to do. Number of downs. Now, I'm assuming that this can be changed to 3. Yes, 3 or 4. I wonder if someone will now work on a CFL mod because you can go 3 downs. Timeouts and regulation you can change. None. 1, 2, 3, or 2 per game. I wonder what rule set would be 2 per game. 2-minute warning at 2 minutes. Oh, the Canadian rule is 3-minute warning or none. College, that'd be none. The clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Yes. Play clock, 30 seconds. You can change that from 20 to 45. Play clock inside 2 minutes. It's 30. You can change it from 20 to 45. Clock pauses on first down. Yes or no. Clock stops on first down. Yes or no. Clock stops after an out-of-bounds play. Stops or pauses and restarts. Same with penalty. Injuries in the last 2 minutes. No difference. Oops. Penalties. Defensive holding. 5 yards in the first down. Defensive interference. Spot of the foul. Max 15 yards. You can change it to. That's also the college rule. Face mask, always 15. Offensive holding, 15. 10 today. Offensive pass interference, 10 or 15. Clipping penalties, yes or no. The overtime rule. No overtime, of course, in 63. Legacy Pro for the playoffs, sudden death. And so those are all the rules. And you can change them to mix or match. You can switch the images and sounds. Well, the NFL is the current image set, and so we'll do that. And the sounds, that's not what I meant to do. Default, which is new this year. AM radio, which is crackly, and if you ever played the Tom Landry football, that you could use the sounds for that. So there's 3 for there. I don't know if people will be able to do their own audio for that. It's been talked about in the past. So we'll leave that as is and close. Now, we want to play what? No schedule or tournament selected. I thought I did. You can't proceed with the season yet. You need to sub to playoff format. Okay, so we're going to go schedule week 1. You see Cleveland here. We're going to go to TV mode. So we're going to sim all the games but Washington and Cleveland. Game situations are set up for you, including weather, but you can change the weather. Click on Coach or Watch to go to the new game screen, and then tap the customization button. You can change the weather to anything you want when you leave the new games. You can also go back. You can also change the goalposts and sleeves. Okay, so we're going to coach Washington and Cleveland here, and you're going to see the ticker. So I want, those are the helmets and the coach, and those are the right things. Classic Pro front. What's the weather here? Do I want rain? I want rain. Temperature, strong wind blowing with heavy rain. Okay. And you can change who has it and what they're wearing for jerseys. So we can compare the teams. So if you're not quite sure, you can see what they do. Balance, takes typical risk. Cleveland favors running. They have Jim Brown. The Redskins favor passing. The run usage is there. The pass usage is there. The overall ratings, the Browns are much stronger. They both favor a 4-3. The ratings are all there. We're going to analyze the game. We're going to run 1,000 sims real quick. And so Cleveland is favored by 12. The over-under is 30, and this usually gets it right. So Cleveland won the great majority of the games, and when the Redskins won, they won by a score of 17-10. We're going to go with expert here. pouring rain, strong wind blowing north, and again, you can change the weather before every game. Let's go to the studio. So these are the other games in our NFL today in the weather. And we'll be going from time to time to check other games. Okay, Cleveland wins the toss. We're going to receive. Kayat with a kick. You can see where it gets soggy on the field. Scales from his goal line to the 20, 25-30. And so options auto-suggest offense if you prefer to coach only defense, or even if you just like to see what the AI suggestion is each play, you can go into the settings and turn on the auto-suggest offense. When you do this, the AI automatically gives you a play. Does not include clock options. All right, so pitch right to Jimmy Brown is what we're going to do here, and that's exactly what I want to do. So we're good with that. Brown around the corner gets about 6.
Second down.
Joe Rutkins with the tackle. So we're going to give you some gameplay, and I'll do one set of ticker here. Pro Strategy Football gives you tremendous flexibility in calling your plays. Use the buttons at the top to set details, or tap the QB coach or other buttons. At an expert level, you can change your You can set your formation and flip the strong side. Choose whether to use play action, change a man's passing route, assign your primary receiver or ball carrier, and even direct any back or tight end to stay in and block. Tap the coach to change the difficulty level, ask for advice, or send the rest of the game. Be sure to check out the other pulsing icons. Okay, so what's it want me to do? 3 wide receivers, short pass, wide receiver. We did not do that in 1963. We'll go far, though. Short pass to Gary Collins. And we'll send Green in motion. On 2nd and 4, man in motion. Ryan looks around, throws down to Green. First down over midfield.
First down.
And that was to Jim Brown for a gain of 20. Okay, so once Brown on the pitch right pro set, we'll go that. And Jimmy
Second down.
Gets 5. So 13:27 to go. Brown again, Twins, lines plunge. Yeah, we'll try it. Some of these were Brown up the middle. First down.
First down.
There we go. Dick James with the tackle. Okay, pro set. No one in motion. Medium pass to Collins. We'll go Kreitling here. And again, you can make him the primary receiver. You can change the pattern. Square out, sideline, hook, come back, square in is checked, fade or cross. Let's run him on a cross. Ryan throwing. Flag on the play.
Incomplete. Second down. There's a penalty on the play.
That's going to be, I believe, pass interference, right, or a hold?
Interference. Defense.
All right, so it gives you the chance to accept or decline. We'll accept it. So clock is stopped. 12:08 to go. Let's go to the same. Wow, I'm going to try for Kreitling for the touchdown. Okay. Ryan, back to pass. Throws, looking for the Kreitling.
It's caught.
Touchdown.
All right, so 6-0 here. We have replay. We have slow motion replay. Ryan wore number 20? I didn't think that was possible after a certain length of time. Kreitling there.
It's caught.
right
Touchdown.
between the posts. And it shows you the drive, 5 plays, 70 yards. Jim Brown, 3 carries, 16, 2 for 2, and that 16 yards and penalties helped. When you score, you're given the opportunity to score an extra point. Well, in 63, all you can do is go for 1 in the NFL. The AFL had the 2-point conversion. So Lou the Toe Groza with Ninkowski holding. He's got a 91% chance of making this from the mud. Straight ahead kicker, and it shows him as a straight ahead kicker.
Wide left. No
And
good.
he missed. Of course he did. So here's the ticker. New York and Baltimore scoreless in the first quarter. Pittsburgh and Philadelphia scoreless in the first quarter. St. Louis has the ball with Dallas no score. Green Bay and Chicago are scoreless. Green Bay has it. And Detroit and Los Angeles are scoreless. Minnesota and San Francisco are scoreless. So no score. This is the only game that has a score. Groza, the toe, a little line drive kick taken by Bud at the 5. He gets to the 20, 30, 35, 40. Oh, what a return. To the 42. Oh, we get the ticker again. Now, I don't call defensive plays. So what I do is that's how easy it is. You go to change coaches, you go to who you want for the offense, and it'll be Washington with the offense. So they give you a suggested play. So Norm Snead, I'm going to go Bossler on a screen pass to the left. Ticker on the screen. Snead finds Bossler, and he gets a gain of 3. And so I guess now we're just going to have a continuous ticker. Twin formation, short pass, wide receiver 2. No, we're going to run. Run formations. Power right. Dick James. Oops. We'll go Bossler on that. So it's a continuous ticker. Just like you'd find Bossler with the first down.
First down.
And so that's pretty much that. There's the highlights of the game. And again, you can watch the replay from that.
It's caught.
Touchdown.
Let's see. No, I don't. I'm going to go back. Can't click on a ticker. Ron's right here. It's a button called Go to the Studio, and it shows everything in progress. Let's take a look at the Steelers and the Eagles. No highlights from there yet. Well, that was very helpful. Giants and Colts, no highlights yet. Okay. Oh, you can change that too. So you could be formal and go with the city or go with the name of the team. That's cool. All right. 1st and 10, James on a pitch right pro set. We'll go with that. And James is going to get a first down and more. The ball is out of bounds, but Washington has it at the 32. So these are the games in progress there. As you can see, 1st and 10. Going to go James on a screen pass again. Snead. Man in motion. James has it. Gets the first down and more, and he's brought down at the 13 for a gain of 18. I need a score here so we can show you something. All right, far sweep right, James. Okay, we're just kind of letting the computer do what it wants.
Second down.
But you can see these are the really smooth, buttery graphics, and it is really, really good. James is getting tired. So we're going to rest him for Barnes. What, 2nd and 11? Kind of right. And Barnes is going to get about 3. Can we get a score here? So 3rd and 9. What's it suggesting? Oh, 3rd and 9. What? Why are we doing that on 3rd down? That's interesting. What did I do? Did I screw up? I might have screwed up. We'll go Bobby Mitchell here. Apparently I set it for 3 downs.
It's caught.
Did he
First
convert it?
down.
He did. Well, we'll change that. That's a good thing it's there. Remember, the default gang is 4 downs, but you can change it to 3. Okay, menu. Options settings. Game coaching. Realism. Animation. Well, Uncle Ron screwed that up. All right, 7:51, ball on the Cleveland 4, Barnes on a trap.
Second down.
And Barnes loses a yard. Barnes on a screen on 2nd goal.
Incomplete.
Okay, so now 3rd down. I guess I got a
Injury
kick.
on the field.
Oh, we got an injury. And his wind knocked out Andy Sverko. We'll come in and we'll kick the field goal here. Because some idiot set it for 3 downs. And he misses that to the right.
Wide right.
From 12 yards. What a kicking clinic we've had here. So here's the ticker one more time. If any scores at all, I can't show you anything. Anyway, so you got highlights of all the games. I guess we'll call it there. So as you can tell, it's easy to install. It's easy to set up. It walks you through what you want. And it plays a pretty good game of football. You just got to remember 4 downs, not 3. Thank you so much for watching. Any questions, leave them in the comments and we'll get back to you. Have a good night, everybody.